Hey guys, and welcome to part 5 of our Force Unleashed playthrough. So now we're just going to blast through this door here and we're going to continue on with our adventure.
What's it? We're still on Raxus Prime, the junkyard of the... Would you say it's the scrapyard of the universe?
Pretty much, yeah. I can imagine, like, you know, that sort of like weird creature thing that lives in the sort of trash compactor of the Death Star. Sorry, you can imagine this being like its home or something like that.
Probably, but then again, we never find out what that creature is, don't we?
I think they probably explain it in the comics or something like that.
Ah.
But as far as like from what you can see in the movies, it's just an eye.
Well, at least this part of the level here, it's rewarding you for all your hard work by giving you 3 holocrons in one area. How about that?
I know. It's probably the most you're going to see around here.
Furcron. What are these fancy names? Is like names for crystals?
I think so. Yeah, you see the bit of pop in there.
Yeah, I think that's the way the game was designed, like that. There is pop-up.
Yeah.
Okay, our next Jedi. Who is this guy? Never saw him before.
He reminds me a lot of General Grievous in a way. It's the wee legs.
Okay, according to the game, his name is Kazdan Paratus.
Kazdan Paratus, yeah.
I wonder if his surname's a pun on being in paralysis.
Well, let me tell you, like, this boss here, I feel is kind of like the cheapest out of the entire game.
Yeah, if I do recall when you were recording this, you had the toughest time with this guy.
Yeah.
And this is the second boss in the game.
Because, like, I feel like he's probably like the quickest boss that you'll ever like sort of face against in this game, and like he keeps like spamming these sort of like force pushes. So what I do is I sort of like try to keep my distance and then try like shock him with force lightning when I can.
Aye, because apparently that seems to be the best effective way to get him. Because what's annoying about this fight is that little spin roll he does that always gets you with invincibility frames and all that.
Yeah. So what to do is, like, if you get him down on the ground, always go for like the ground stab so you can get some like extra damage in there.
But the problem is he's got a cybernetic legs which increases his speed.
Yeah. Fun fact, I don't know if you've noticed, but have you noticed that around him he's made like a junk replica of the Jedi Council?
Huh. Maybe he's gone out of his mind just like Darth Maul did. Oh, there's a little reconstruction of Yoda there.
It's funny because you never see this guy in the movies.
Well, you gotta remember, this was back in 2008 before Disney came along and ruined the canon.
Yeah.
So it depends. Well, was the Legends, all that stuff, ever considered canon in the past before Disney came along?
Well, pretty much, like, Legends was like, I'm not entirely sure, but I think like in terms of Legends, it was like one massive continuity.
Okay.
At least that's what I think it was. It's like if anyone's like an expert in like the Legends continuity, then feel free to educate us.
Oh goody, typical boss fight. Oh, I'm too lazy to fight you. I'm just gonna send in my mooks to deal the trouble for me.
So yeah, pretty much, kind of just do like your sort of same strategies before. Like, whenever you see like these sort of guys, just like shock them and it will like drain their energy. And you want to like keep your distance as well, because as you can see there, he's like doing these sort of stomp shock waves.
I think that the thing about these guys is that if they're too close, you really don't want to be right next to them, because again, that mallet isn't for show. So just basically follow this, folks. Just zip zap your enemy target from a distance.
Then eventually you get your little QTE.
Is it instant death if you fail these, by the way?
Not instant death, but I think like with some bosses, like if you fail the QTE, it'll just repeat itself until like you pretty much.
Oh, now he's using the force for once.
Yeah.
If I recall, is there a thing where you can actually grab those objects and throw them back at him?
Yeah, for some of them I think you can, but I don't think I ever do it here.
No, because you're paranoid. Because you're like, this boss is already giving me enough shit, I'm just gonna play it safe.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Why does he have invincibility frames?
It's like you just want to like slice off his legs or something.
Exactly, he'd be useless. By the way, that's a unique style of a lightsaber, isn't it? What do they call it? A lightsaber pike now?
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna give something like that to Rey. That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe, or maybe the next. Maybe let's say the Knights of Ren actually when episode 8 comes out at the time of this recording anyway.
Yeah. We're pretty much just over a month to go now for
Aye.
The Last Jedi.
I'm looking forward to see what they do. Just hope it's not a repeat Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. But one thing that I don't like is that like some people that call themselves fans are just hating on the new trilogy movies just because like they're Disney.
What did you just do there? Did they just clamp on your shoulder and kick you in the back there?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I know what you were saying.
Yeah, like people are just kind of hating on the new movies just because they're just like new Star Wars movies and they're made by Disney.
Well, this is the problem with every fan base. There's always that raging one that just hates that subject just for the sake of hating it. I mean, once they say you can't please everybody.
But now people are starting to like the prequels because they've got something else to hate on now.
Well, the prequels still have their problems.
I mean, would you consider them bad movies?
No, just mediocre.
Yeah, like they're not bad or anything. Like, I think in terms of like episode 2, like we've probably said this in a previous part, but I think like episode 2 was just kind of boring. There was just not much to say about it.
And the poor excuse of a love story. But the only thing that keeps the prequels actually from being bad, I would have to say, is John Williams' music score. Especially episode 3, when Order 66 takes place. It's like, say if you watch that scene when there's no dialogue of all the Jedi getting slaughtered, and it was different music, you wouldn't get that same impact of sad remorse, even though we barely knew these Jedi for the 10 minutes of screen time they had. You still feel bad considering that the good troops are suddenly flipped a switch and then they're killing everything.
So I always wondered how like they just like flipped like that. Did Emperor Palpatine just say Order 66 and then like they just flipped?
Well, what actually happens is in the Clone Wars in one of the last seasons they explain what happens.
Oh, okay.
Back when the clones were created in episode 2, the Emperor secretly implanted a chip in every single clone that it instantly transmissions them to kill all Jedi when the time is right. However, one clone knew about this and tried to exploit it.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, he met his demise before he could tell everyone else.
That's a shame.
Wasted potential. Hey, at least that one of the clones knew what was going on.
Yeah. He must have gone through like one massive existential crisis or something then.
And to find that nobody's believing him. Even the Jedi don't believe him.
The Jedi just like to listen to themselves.
The problem with the council is that they just like to sit in their arse and do nothing.
No right to the Force.
No, and they try to make the way they try to break out bad news as best as they can to Anakin, like, you're on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
See, like although Anakin was whiny, you do have to sort of agree with him for like they're allowing him on the council, but he's not a Jedi Master, and of course, like, you kind of understand why Anakin's pissed off at that.
But at the same time, you got to remember, it's like, yeah, you might not have the rank of master now, but you'll earn that. I mean, you're given a place on the fucking council, and you're probably the youngest member to get on the council. Be fucking grateful.
You know what's kind of sad? Like, you know how he told Mace Windu that the Chancellor Palpatine was the Sith Lord, and you know when Mace like goes and tells Anakin to wait by the Jedi Council room. Mace was probably going to promote Anakin when they got back before Anakin sliced his fucking hand off.
But of course, Palpatine does his over-the-top acting, which it is hilarious, especially when he starts the no. It's like a fucking toddler not getting one of his food.
And then he does that wee twirl scream.
Oh, and by the way, that's a boss done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tedious. The good old-fashioned meditating of creating your own lightsaber. I have to admit, that is a badass design for a hilt. It's kind of like a mixture between Anakin's and his own style in it.
Yeah. See, I love this scene, by the way, because watch what happens. I love how Darth Vader walks in and is like, are you playing with yourself again?
Are you playing with your toys?
What did I tell you about doing that?
You're a bad boy, apprentice. Bad boy.
No.
See, I like how he's even giving him the finger, like like he's disciplining him.
Like how you would treat your dog when it does a shit in the carpet.
Master Shock T.
Master Shock T. That's no innuendo at all.
Full power. the dark side.
But here's a little bit of continuity. But then again, this is no longer canon. But Shag-Ti was killed in Disney's canon. Accordingly, Shag-Ti was killed during Order 66. But somehow here she is right here.
Because I think it was in the Revenge of the Sith novel, like, you know, when Anakin's just turned to the dark side. No, it was when he was going to go and rescue Palpatine from Mace Windu. You know how like Anakin like leaves the room and then he goes to his shuttle. Apparently it was Shag-Ti like saw him running down the corridor and tried to stop him, but like Anakin just ran past her.
Okay.
So they sort of like explained that in the novel, which is something that like I liked about the novel. It explains like quite a lot of like things that weren't explained in the movie.
But wait a minute, if she was trapped in that ship and then the ship goes down and it's in flames, how she managed to escape?
Oh, did you think she was in the ship?
I thought she was in the ship considering what you explained.
Oh no, it was in the Jedi Temple.
Oh, okay. I thought it was in the beginning of the movie, because I do recall there was a deleted scene which involved another version of her death.
Ah, right.
Where Grievous would have Shag-Ti cornered in the hallway, and then Obi-Wan and Anakin pop up, and then let her speak for a few minutes, and then before stabbing her through the throat with her own lightsaber.
I take it they cut that out because it was a bit dark.
Aye. Plus there was another deleted scene in episode 3 where they would use the circle their lightsabers and cut away through the fuel tanks. Obviously they would cause it to spark.
I sense them. They're strong in the
So anyway, now we're on to the planet, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Felucia?
Yeah, I think that's what it is, because we briefly saw this in episode 3 actually during Order 66.
Yeah.
So at least they've taken one planet that we've only seen briefly, and they've given a bit more thought into it. I mean, this looks like a plant, like something poison ivy would be all over.
Yeah. You know what this also reminds me of? It reminds me of like the big jungle from Sonic Heroes.
Oh aye, the frog forest.
Yeah, frog forest.
Which is high up in the sky. And what we saw earlier, now we have the force with pulse. What is that?
So pretty much like, you know, kind of like Shadow's Chaos Blast.
Ah,
it's
big
a bit like that.
Big explosion, okay.
Yeah.
And, okay, how's that able to block a lightsaber?
Trust me, I have no idea. This was around the same time as Soul Calibur 4, so pretty much any regular sword can block a lightsaber.
True. But then again, it's just you worry about the science, because up until this point you thought a lightsaber can destroy anything. But then again, the Magna Sticks, the Grievous's bodyguards come along.
Yeah.
Well, at least that makes sense, because that's somewhat electricity.
So yeah, you've got a bit of platforming to do here.
Platforming in a Star Wars game?
Yeah. Just going back to like Super Star Wars here or something.
Or at least they're being generous. You've got 2 Jedi holocrons in this room. Well, it's not really a room, it's a planetoid. And again, they they have to show you where the exit is, don't you?
In case you get lost, of course.
But still, when you play video games, you should learn to figure this out for yourself. It makes you a better person for that, either way.
Big problem solving skills.
Aye. And then you'll be able to start to be all sciencey terms like, oh, you need to have more momentum for this jump.
Yeah, don't ask what happened here, I was just kind of like stuck.
Not a single fuck was given that day. Oh, just pick them up, Colin. Just pick them up and throw them. Come on.
Nah, I want them to suffer.
It's funny when you pick them up. Well, apparently the flower doesn't like you. It's spitting on you. Wow.
Yeah, watch out for these flowers, by the way, because they'll keep like spitting out these projectiles that will like drain your health like bit by bit.
Aye. That seems to be they seem to be the first go-to enemy.
Yeah, you want to get rid of them first before you like go for any of these guys.
I like how they slide all over the place as if the floor's made of ice. And yeah, you're handling your traction no problem.
They must have really slimy feet or something.
Or maybe the apprentice has secretly got spikes, like, you know, snowshoes on the soles of his shoes. But I doubt that. I mean, this is Star Wars we're talking about, and anything's possible. Oh, I see, there's another holocron. What the fuck's that?
What, that big spiky thing?
You just had to kill it, it did nothing to you.
Well, yep, now it's dead.
It did nothing to you. It was minding its own business, trying to go home.
Well, it's going to take ages. It's now one with the Force.
Why would the Force care about a random slug-like thing?
Well, as you already said, like the Force is in everything.
And even if... Yeah, there we go. See, finally now you listen to me. Pick them up and throw them. Like so.
Yeah, he's
What
gonna,
the-
he's
just
gonna
cl-
clip right through the whole ground.
How about that? The bridge is not there at all. The bridge is out!
Can it like roll back?
Continuing on.
Yeah, so there's quite a bit of climbing to do here.
Do you think that the problem with the level design is it can be quite big sometimes, for especially a character your size?
I bet, yeah, but like if you have like the sort of Force dash, you can sort of like kind of briefly make your way through these sort of levels. And also, like if you're wanting to go for the holocrons, then like be sure to prepare yourself for a bit of like tricky platforming.
I suppose so. Because if I do recall, the Force Dash does not use up your meter, ironically.
I know, like it's called a Force dash, but it doesn't use up your Force meter.
Maybe that's the way they made it up, because again, you don't have super speed, so you're not really going at you're really going at a snail's pace through these levels. So at least they give you that to speed it up a bit. Unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
What is up with these flowers? Even from off screen they get you.
I know, it's like you can't really even see them, but yet you can see the projectiles like just coming right towards you.
Where he's gone. Aye, wee run! Again, you'll never get tired of that. We just pick them up and throw them, especially when the camera follows that one. Which I think there's a way you can exploit it. I think it's when you hold up on the D-pad and you keep holding that just as you throw the enemy.
Yeah. One thing you might see in this level is, especially during this part, so there might be a wee bit of slowdown happening.
It's because of all the detail happening.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with if you're making a video game, you should at least know what type of limitations you have. Like, let's just say, for example, we don't care how, and honestly, we don't care how the game looks. It's just the main point is how it controls. Like, look at Mega Man's 9 and 10. They went back to 8-bit and they were still good games.
Yeah.
I mean, graphics is starting on everything. How many of these guys are there that are going to continuously spawn in?
I don't think they continuously spawn, but like there are a lot of them. Yeah,
Wow.
he exploded.
Health drain. Either way, in other words, you need a fucking shower.
Yeah.
There's the smell of your bad odors is killing the enemies as they get closer. I mean, for fuck's sake, you're going all medieval and stealing their life forces from them. So, how about that Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Well, it looks promising at the moment, but there's always like that sort of element of doubt. Like, it's EA, there's going to be like something that they're going to implement into it, which is going to be like absolutely bullshit.
I mean, imagine, like, who remembers that whole scandal back with the first game 2 years ago with the $50 season pass with half of the content locked in it?
And now the people that bought the season pass like must feel like absolutely ripped off, because now all the DLC for Battlefront is free.
It's a good thing I didn't buy it, but at the same time, it's because the game left me so disappointed that I just lost hope. No pun intended.
See, like, I don't think the game's like particularly bad, but I think there was a lot of like, missed potential.
Especially when you consider that compared to the previous Battlefront, which was like, what, 12 years ago? And that had more content than what EA had to offer.
And think about it, like, when the game first came out, there was no space battles. It's called Star Wars and there was no space battles.
As Angry Joe once said, with no story mode as well, you thought they would have given you more than 12 maps at release.
Yeah. Because think about it, what will happen when the servers go down? You're pretty much left with a disc.
Or again, what about those people that couldn't afford a season pass and you lock all that and you're forever exploiting it?
Well, at least Battlefront 2 has a campaign.
Oh, this truly has a campaign in it.
Campaign. Yeah, I'm getting a bit tongue-tied here.
What's with the deal with these red guys with the what you call those horns that they use to you have in the football Beijing. No, it was in Brazil. The whole cup thing, those big long trumpet things. That was shite.
But they kind of remind me of conch shells or something like that.
The magic conch.
Yeah, the magic conch. So pretty much you'll want to take out like the sort of chief that's like part of the group here. So they'll be like red in colour.
Okay.
And what they do is you want to kind of like take them out before they can like blow the sort of like conch shell sort of like horns.
And they give you invincibility. I'm guessing they give the foot soldiers invincibility.
Yeah. So pretty much when that happens, you pretty much just kind of. Yeah, so pretty much you want to kind of take out the chief before you go after these guys.
And only now did I realise I was doing the wrong theme. I was supposed to sing Superman, but it was Indiana Jones.
Oh well, Lucasfilm kind of fits.
No, John Williams. He scored both of them.
Which are both Lucasfilm movies.
No, not Superman.
Well, Indiana Jones is a Lucasfilm.
Yeah, true
movie.
that, but not Superman. John Williams did the music, but that's not a Lucasfilm.
That'd be pretty funny if they ended up making the DC movies Lucasfilm of all companies.
I bet you developers put that Helicon because they couldn't be bothered to make a brand new design of a hallway, so to speak. They just said, fuck it, just put it there, they can't miss it. Don't you think this place, this plug-like planet, it kind of reminds you a wee bit of A Bug's Life? I'm only going by the size of these plants.
A wee bit, I know what you mean. Like, although Bug's Life was like really like colourful in terms of animation, you know what other movie it reminds me of?
What?
Did you ever see the movie Ants?
Is this the other one that was in competition with Bug's Life actually?
Pretty much, like it came out like, what do you say, it was like just a couple of months like apart from each other.
I've not seen that then, but I do hear about the competition between the two.
Yeah, like people debate like which movie was better.
Oh, Jabba the Hutt's pet is on the loose. Who remembers this fucker?
Yeah. Except this time he's painted a bit blue.
Yeah.
He's part of a gangster there, hence all the blue.
Yeah, so pretty much kind of like with the previous Rancors that we faced, you just kind of want to...
Well, correction, Titans, not Junk Titans, not Rancors. This is the first time we've seen a Rancor.
Really? I could have sworn we saw a Rancor before.
No, I'm sure we've never seen one before. And that damage increase really is broken.
We're getting a bit brutal here.
Yeah, like how is it still standing even despite getting stabbed in the head twice? And now in the eye. I guess it's because of the size, maybe, I don't know. One of 4 Rancors destroyed, so it's another bonus objective, so to speak.
Pretty much.
Don't these guys isn't this annoying, these little buggers?
You just want to just take them out in one hit after a while.
But it's just they keep getting in your way when you just want to get through the level.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, look, this guy's a rebel, and you fucking destroyed him.
Just wanted them wiped from the face of the planet.
Where's my mint cookies?
We're over there.
And you, away you go, and you as well.
Nah, he's not having it.
Zappity zap zap.
Zappity zap zap.
Zippity bop.
Anyway, once we've collected that holocron and moved on from here, we'll see you in the next part, guys.